Dun, 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 dun. Looking out a dirty old window, down below the cars in the city go rushing by. I sit here alone and I wonder why. Friday night and everyone's moving. I can feel the heat, but it's soothing heading down. I search for the beat in this dirty town. Dun, dun, dun. Downtown the young ones are going. Downtown the young ones are growing. We're the kids in America. Whoa, we're the kids in America. Whoa, everybody live for the music go around. Near, 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 near.
Won't you tell us all about it?
Start at the beginning.
Yeah. And when you come to the end, stop.
And also, it's so real. What's going on? Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Whenever you come across this show, we are back. It is episode 3 of the SHELZ and CHEEZ live podcast show. I'm your hostess, Kay Renee, and I'm with my other hostess with the mostest, which is Miss Cupcake, but that's not her name.
Yeah.
Though.
I'm the cupcake.
She's the cupcake. You don't have it today, do you? Oh, you do have cupcake. I see it. You know what? It doesn't show it on my side. Like on the front, on this side, it doesn't show where I'm looking. But as I look on the screen, it's right there where your name is, so I can see it. So it's back. So if you guys didn't catch it last time we were here, we're the hostess Cupcakes. If you didn't get it, she's the cupcake. I'm the hostess. I guess I'm the ding dong guy. He was the guy. He have like a lasso.
Ding dong guy. I'm gonna be the orange cupcake. It's real sick, but I used to eat it as a kid because that's what my mom liked. She liked the orange one, so that's what we would get. And it's sick, but I liked it at the time.
Yeah, I liked the ding dongs.
My mom didn't like ding dongs. You know how Amy was. We had what Amy liked.
Yeah,
and that was fine. But that's why you and I get our little secret snacks. Then we can get what we like. Yeah,
exactly. Because that's what I liked. And still, even to this day, I like dark chocolate still more than milk chocolate. But I need my chocolate to be cold also. Like I can't have warm chocolate unless it's cookies and we're finished baking. But it is what it is. But yeah, we're back, you guys. Welcome back to our episode 3. In case you just coming in, you might have missed the beginning, but you can always go back and check out everything that you may have missed, okay? Because we're here. So as we do, we come in, we speak, we say hello. We, again, want to make sure that you are doing your part as well so that we can put out all this wonderful content. So we need you to make sure that you're doing what? You got to go, you got to subscribe, you got to like the channel, you got to do all of that stuff. Down at the bottom, hit the bell, hit the notification so that when we drop our content, our shorts, our little live shows, you can be alerted and you can come on over. We got a few new followers on our page, Amanda. So that's really cool. We gained 2 new subscribers over the weekend.
Cute.
Yeah, I think it is cute. So I'm here for it. How was your week? How's your week been going? Well, we just started the week.
It was a week.
Yeah, right? Yeah, man.
Yeah, I'm here. Cool.
Yeah, it's like roll present here. Yeah. Yeah, I felt like I just went through a whole week before we got on here and I almost busted my whole hand in like half. Like it's all messed up, but it's actually really getting itself back together though. But I've had a real, excuse
You
me.
should really
I
put
had
some
a,
ice on that.
yeah, I'll do
Probably,
that later.
yeah. You could
Yeah.
pause because of the ice. Put the pause.
Yeah, I'll take a pause when we're done. You know, and I'll put the ice on it later. I'll put the ice on it later. But yeah, I've had a week too. It has been a week. It's been a crazy little adventure, but all has been well. I can't complain. I mean, everything is really, it's been good. Khalil's school had a trunk or treat, and it was the saddest little thing I've ever seen. There were like maybe 8, 9 cars decorated, and I'm glad we got there when we did because he wouldn't have had any candy to trunk or treat to pick up. Like we literally were able to fill up less than a quarter of a bag and dump that in our candy dish where I could literally count how many pieces he got from trunk or treating. It was like about 9 pieces of candy, and none of that really tickled my fancy. So it's just going to sit in the candy dish and that's what it's going to be. But at least he has his costume for Halloween, which is next week. And so therefore I feel like I did my part early. Yeah.
So do you think this is a sign that it's time to just stop with the trick or treating in public, like as a society? What do you think?
I mean, you know, being that the candy bags are costing more than probably more than people's light bills, I mean, everything is so fucking expensive. And being that when he does go out next week, I'd like to see what he brings back, and then I can put an answer to that because I'm not taking him out trick or treating. He's going in a really nice neighborhood, like how we used to go to Jenna's neighborhood when we were kids. So the neighborhood he's going to is kind of like Jenna's neighborhood, but just the simple fact that you can't even get it at the mall and anymore, you know, with the candy. So you don't really want to go around with people's knocking on the doors in certain neighborhoods either. So a lot of kids' parents lately have been like the last couple of years have been throwing their own Halloween parties, and they've just been supplying all the candy for the kids
That
and
seems safer.
yeah, yeah. So yeah, other than that, that's pretty much been that. And then I can tell you about this week, next week when I talk to you, and I'll be like, yeah, how was your week? And I'm like, man, this shit was crazy. Crazy. But anyway, we're fine. All is well. So anyway, if you guys are new to the show, like I said, make sure you subscribe and like the channel. Make sure you comment with us. We love when you comment and get involved in our questions. You know, don't be afraid and don't be shy. You can leave your answers in the comment section and we would love to read them and we will answer you back. If you missed our first couple of shows, you have time, honey, to go back and you can look at them and watch them. I think you will find them to be very entertaining. What we're trying to do here is to give you some feel-good energy and conversation and nostalgic vibes, and just trying to basically kind of take you back down a memory lane or to give you a memory or a moment of when you were younger as to how me and my best friend we're doing it here with this show. So going through different movies and, you know, different little times in life when things were really, really good and awesome before we got to this thing called adulting that we couldn't wait to get to when we were rushing to get here. And I don't know why, but no one liked to tell us too many things growing up, like, don't rush to get older. Yeah, you should have said there's a lot of bills and shit to pay, you know, just to stay in your house for 30 days.
I think part of the problem was you're imagining yourself as an adult in that time.
Mm-hmm.
Like you don't know what the future's gonna be like. Like it's not just the bills and shit. It's also like you're like, we really wanted to be adults in the 80s. Like we wanted to be 80s adults, you know?
Yeah.
And that's
Yes.
never gonna happen. That didn't happen. So
No. I think the cool thing is that we did get to do is go through several different decades. as to, I think we were very lucky for that. You know, even down to like the computers and the emails and, you know, learning how to, you know, get on the internet and being the first to experience that, going from typewriter to computer. You know, I think we were very lucky to have that. And I think what was very, you know, lucky for us is that we had the chance to experience a good time, and a good time was always had because we're the kids of America. And what do the kids of America do? They go to the motherfucking mall, man. They go to the mall. They go
That was
hang
our
out
mall.
at They go to the mall, man. Fucking Everett Mall. Everett Mall was the mall for us. It was very convenient. It was close. It was a good time all the time.
It wasn't the best mall. It wasn't a fancy mall. It didn't have anything spectacular featuring. It was just like your basic run-of-the-mill mall, and it was quick to get to from the bus from our apartment.
Yeah. Yeah. One
And
bus.
sometimes my mom would take us if
Mhm.
she needed to go shopping, or maybe
Mhm.
we're gonna go to a movie, like maybe we see a movie, like whatever. But usually we're taking the bus, you and me.
Mhm. Mhm. Funny that you mentioned the bus. And the funny thing is, with me moving here to Maryland, you know, later on in life, our bus was 40 cents. 40 cents to ride the bus, and they gave us a free transfer. A transfer. And
Yeah.
you had so many hours you could use that transfer to where you could get back on the bus for free. And our bus system stopped at a certain time at night. It didn't run all night. So if you didn't get on that bus, you were fucked up, and you were going to walk, or Lord forbid, didn't have to walk, but
Or
mom's
find a
coming.
phone booth and call somebody to get you.
Yes, find a phone booth, exactly. A phone booth, and use a quarter to call and have somebody come and pick us up from the mall. But the bus here is $3 and some change, and that does not get you a free transfer. So I was very happy to brag about our bus system when I used to come here to visit in Baltimore for the summers. And I'd be like, our buses don't cost that much, and we get free transfers. Yeah. So we love the mall. The mall was the place to hang out with, again, as we were talking, no intentions of spending money. We just wanted to go hang out at the mall, man.
I have a lot of money. I mean, we were from the low income area of town. Like we had what we needed, but we didn't have a lot of spending money. So we were just there for a good time.
Yeah,
Just
most definitely. We were there.
browsing, shit to look at, people to look at, people to make fun of.
I was looking today, and I had found a couple of pictures, and you know where the meetup spot was, and we knew it based off the door. Like you could tell somebody, okay, come around on the side door where the food court entrance is, and you'd be like, yeah, right there.
Mm-hmm.
Right there, man. Drop me off right at the food court entrance. And you come right there at that entrance, and it was like you were right there at every food spot that there was. La Hacienda, they had the pizza shop. Oh my gosh. It was like, when I looked at it, it was like the door coming in. I felt like I just walked back in that door when I looked at this picture today.
When you said that, when you said meet at the front, I actually had a flashback to seeing you standing there.
Mm-hmm.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
like meeting you there and seeing you standing out front.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And because you would know within all different corners of that mall, I felt like it was kind of like a star in a sense. Like the way it was mapped out, you could split. From that food court, you could go straight to that point go out the other side door. Then you had the movies, which was on the other side, which I thought the movie, I don't know. I feel like maybe this is our movie that was inside the mall, right?
Yeah, that's the Regal Cinema 123.
Yes.
And then many years later they built one, an external theater, like just like a couple blocks over, that had a cinema 4 through 10.
Right, exactly. Then they put this one
Yeah.
down Everett Mall Way, and this was the big one.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and so that evolved over the years. But yeah, I remember for the longest time it was just a 123. It just had 3 movies.
Yes.
And I
Yes.
don't remember. I'm sure we saw lots of shit there. I don't remember anything specific, but definitely we saw.
Yeah.
But I remember it was right by the Payless, and it was like at the end where the Bon Marché, I think, was at the end.
No, Payless was actually by where Caramel Corn was, which is going out that door over like hold on a second.
There wasn't there? Oh.
What was it a sec?
Wasn't there a big department store there? Was it Sears?
Well, we had Frederick and Nelson down one aisle, one area.
That's the Mervyn's later. You know what I remember about Frederick? I remember you were talking about, like, at first I didn't remember, but you were talking about they had chocolates, and they had the Frangos, didn't they?
Yes, they did.
And they went out of business. Everybody was like, what's going to happen with the Frangos? Because they were so fucking good. And I think the Bon bought them. And then, so the Bon had the Frangos. And now I think Macy's owns the Bon. So maybe the Macy's has the Frangos now. But I just know the Frangos were like the gold.
That was it. Good. Oh my gosh.
Oh, they melted in their mouth, and they were salty. They were good.
I can see them. I can see them in the wrapper. I can see them in that container that they would be fancy.
A hexagon.
Yes. Yes.
Fold on itself.
Yes. It was like very, very sexy on how you had to open it.
Colors. They would stack them for Christmas.
Yes. They had them on display, and there was all different ones. There was the dark mint chocolate one.
Yeah, the chocolate mint was the best.
Yeah.
But there was like a white box, and I think the chocolate mint was a dark green box.
It was green. Yes. It was green. Oh my God. Oh my gosh. I'm going to be looking now to see if I can find them online. Like, I gotta have to order some.
Oh, so salty and buttery.
They were delicious. And if I'm not spitting the wrong information, which I feel as though that I'm 100% correct about this, but Cinnabon came from us, Washington, the Bon Marché, the Cinnabon.
Oh, maybe. I don't know.
No,
I don't know that. I mean, that sounds like it could be correct. But I don't know.
It's everywhere now, of course, it's franchise. But I believe it's from the Bon Marché as far as the origin behind it, as where it came from, like how we have Starbucks. But I
know at Everett Mall, we didn't have a CHEEZ candy. So that's what I mean. Like, this mall was not like super, it was basic. So the Frangos were a big deal. And then, the Cinnabon, anything sweet was a big deal because we did not have a chocolate shop there.
No. Right. So I had to Google that really quickly to just spread a little history for everyone out there that's listening. It was founded in 1985 by Rich and Greg Coleman and Ray Lindstrom in Federal Way, Washington, with the goal of creating the perfect cinnamon roll. And the first location opened up in SeaTac Mall and quickly expanded through franchising strategically, placing stores in high traffic malls and later other venues to maximize visibility and sales.
But it's not connected to the Bon Marché, right?
No, I just kind of, I guess, made that up. But
that sounds like one of those things where you should save, you could grift that. Somebody would believe it, Google everything. See, that's your prank calling skills from youth coming in there.
There it is. Yeah, I was sneaking out. Definitely sneaking out. Do we remember the arcade?
Actually, wasn't it called Casey's?
You know what? It probably wasn't, they renamed it over, but yeah, was it
Originally back in our day, I think it was called Casey's. Like, but we didn't we weren't typical mall people. Like, we didn't spend a lot of time at the arcade, but I remember it, you know?
Yeah. That wasn't our jam. That really wasn't our thing.
And we didn't even eat a lot of food really at the food court. We would meet there and sometimes we would get a little thing here and there, but my mom was a good cook. We were eating her food, and then when she wasn't around, you and I were cooking our own stuff. Like,
right.
We would just buy like candy or whatever at Fred Meyer, but we didn't eat a lot at the food court. Like, I think maybe like a slice of pizza here and there or whatever.
Yeah, it really wasn't a whole lot. And then Chick-fil-A people are, maybe I'm crossing them. It did come later. But no, I'm in a whole nother mall. Forgive me. Don't worry about what I've done. Erase that part. I was thinking of some other place. And I was like, that wasn't that damn mall. It's not in Everett. But yes, I remember going there, and remember when I lived in those apartments, and that back road behind the apartments, you could walk it all the way down it was like a bike path / like,
oh my God, I had a flashback to this the other day. That was just a short minute you lived there, huh?
Yeah.
You didn't live very long.
No, I did not.
Because I was like trying to remember. I was like, did she? Yeah, and it was like the bottom story, huh? And that was the place where your uncle lived with you for a second?
Yes, exactly. Yeah. Yep.
I had a flashback to that a couple days ago.
That's the last place I lived before I left.
Yeah, I had a flashback of you making pierogies in the kitchen. Because you were being forced to watch your brother yet again, as every day. So, yeah.
Right. Yes.
Yeah. So
I was everything in that damn apartment. I was chefing, mothering, teachering, disciplinary. Like, I was everything in the house. Like, after school, I was on another job. That's why I work the way I probably work. I get off one thing and get on another. It's like my life. It's like, get off that clock, get on another clock. But yeah, I remember that pathway. I remember that road that I would go down, and then you hook the left and you just keep going straight. But it had no lights back there at all. It was just a straight black, it was just a straight path. We did some craziness, man, just as kids thinking about it. But you know what? We were safe though. We were safe. Everything was cool. We were good. We didn't have no problems at all. I was looking at this picture today. Do you remember the legroom store?
The what?
The legroom store?
I don't think so.
No? Do you remember Wilson's Leather?
I do remember Wilson's Leather. As a matter of fact, do you remember I went through a phase for a short minute. I had a suede skirt and a matching suede jacket from Wilson's Leather, and I've saved up for this motherfucking shit. Like, first it was the Barbies, and then the video games, and then the Wilson's Leather, the stages, right? So like, I bought the mini first. The mini skirt was probably like, I don't know, like $60 or something. Right. And then I saved for the jacket, which was definitely over 100. Mm-hmm. And I could smell it. I could smell the Wilson's Leather right now.
I can smell it too. I can smell the store, everything.
Taste it. Taste.
Yeah, and it's crazy because you knew you were walking past it or it was coming up because it was so strong, like the leather,
just like aggressive.
Yeah, like are you skinning the leather in the back? Like, what's happening right here? The fuck is it? It's like leather air freshener, like geez. And everyone went there, that was like, they wanted leather and suede and boots and the gloves. Oh, I remember the leather gloves back in the day. Yeah, that was big.
Bags, purses, fanny packs.
Yes.
The leather fanny pack.
The leather fanny pack. I feel like, and I don't know why, but I felt like this place was kind of like I think I would go in here just knowing I didn't have any money for it. The Bon Marché.
Yeah, they had that cute teenager section. What was it called?
Was it limited?
No, limited. Well, there was a store in the mall called the Limited, but there was a section in the Bon for teenagers. It was called like, oh God, I don't remember.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. And we would always look,
Yeah, we would look.
Sometimes. Yeah, but the stuff on the bargain rack was like never my size. So.
Nothing really kind of was ever really my size in for things that I wanted, that I wanted to wear. Like it just, my weight and size was not for some of the types of clothing that I wanted to wear. And I know I found the store one year. My mom gave me money and I went in there to get school clothes, but wind up having to take everything back because it was just tight and it made me look like kind of like Humpty Dumpty in a sense. Like the clothes were not fitting for my body.
And what was by that store? Did you like the clothes there and you didn't realize they weren't going to fit? Like how come you guys chose that store?
I went by myself. And so I think that was the problem right there is I went in by myself because she gave me the money. And I know that people were shopping there from school. And I was like, well, I gotta have something in there at least. Oh, you know what? I was not by myself. You know who went with me shopping?
I'm trying to why wasn't I with you? Why wasn't anybody with you? Like, what's going on?
You said, why wasn't anybody with you? You know Jenny Frankie. Do you remember Jenny Frankie?
Oh. I mean, how could I forget? I'm not going to say anything because I don't look. I don't want to fuck with this. I don't want to fuck with anybody and spread shit online. I'm just not. I'm just going to say I will not forget her. No.
Yeah, she's unforgettable. That's what she is. She, yeah, well, I mean, she was kind of like my biggest cheerleader in there. And she's like, they look like everything stuff I was trying on. That looks good. They fit. That's good. That's your size. That's your size now. So I'm like, okay, this is my size.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good old Jenny Frankie, man. She was special. She really was. And it's funny because I always ask my son at times, like, why do you always attract to the kids that seem a little, like you find good friendships in these kids, like why? And I'm like, it's probably because of me, because I just hang out with people. So like, listen, I mean, we'll just the elephant's in the room. So this girl had nervous condition system or whatever, and she was known for pulling her hair out at school. And so she pulled her hair out a lot. And a lot of people didn't really hang with her like that, because they thought she was odd for pulling her hair out and things. And so I found her to be a really cool friend. And so I formed a friendship with her.
But she
was
obviously not the girl to be honest with you about buying clothes. So anyway, so I'm just like, I'm annoyed that I wasn't there to help you.
Yeah. Yeah, really, me too. Because I don't know where you were, but I sure could have used your help. I could have used your help that day. Carol Ann, you weren't around, Carol Ann. But I have another picture. Let me see. What's this one
That's
here?
the thing is, you and I were not focused on buying clothes at the mall. We were really focused more on like nicky-nacky gadget, like pop culture.
Yeah, yeah.
Movies, music, Spencer gifts.
Ooh, let's talk about Suncoast Video, shall we?
Yes. Suncoast was, I love it so much there. Loved it so much. We would hang out there a lot, and I was just like, I need to work here. And I did. Like I applied during the winter for the holiday, like, you know, extra help during the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
And then they kept 2 people permanently, and I was one of them. So I was just
Mm-hmm.
nerding out there. I was total Suncoast nerd.
You really were. You were.
And
I think you couldn't wait to go to work.
guess how much the starting pay was?
Okay, let me see. Wait, because I know it was minimum wage, I'm sure. It was it 625?
Ooh, it was $4.90.
Key.
I was getting $4.90. I remember the summer between college, like freshman and sophomore year, I think I worked there. That was the last time I worked there. And they paid me $5.
Girl,
They were like,
gagging right now.
we give 10-cent raise. And I got $5. But that's the problem is like you get these kids on the spectrum like me, like way at the bottom of the spectrum. We're just like obsessed with movies, and we're like, we'll do it for free, you know? So they kind of had us. Just to be around the movies all day. And all we just play a movie, put in a movie. Oh, that one's done, put in another movie, you know? And this, I wanted to share this with you. My most vivid memories of working at Suncoast are actually, I remember it was across from the Kennelly Keys.
Mm-hmm.
And there was like a big fucking piano, like out in the middle of the mall.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy at the Kennelly Keys was always at the piano playing the live music. Do you remember this?
Yes.
Like he was,
yes.
and it was a lot of Christmas music, of course, during the Christmas. But he was obsessed with Richard Marx.
Oh,
and I just remember a whole lot of like, I will be right here waiting for you. I just remember with the fucking Richard Marx every day, and I would just be at the Suncoast counter like with my mouth open like clerk, like.
You're like, can I request another song? Please.
I wouldn't think to be proactive like that. I don't know.
Oh my God. And you know, my crazy ass would have went out there and started dancing to the fucking music.
Yes. 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 See, that's the thing. It's like you were entertaining. Like I was, you know, I had my moments, but for the most part, I could definitely be an introvert. But like, yeah, Kelly could do the entertaining things, and it was fun.
Yeah, it was. Even at the fair. Yeah, I'm just gonna put on a show anywhere. Just put on a show. That's so funny. That is so funny, man. And you know, I never had a mall job until I got once when I got older and then I moved here to Maryland. That's when I started working in the mall. But I never had a mall job. And because I wasn't old enough to work at the mall either.
And then they're always jacking you back and forth, your parents. Like you probably weren't even in a spot long enough, really.
Yeah, especially not summer.
Yeah.
And then the way that school started, we don't know what we're doing during school year. We have to figure that out as we would go to school. I had to figure out what kind of year I was going to have at school. for the year.
And my mom was like she was really on me about a job constantly. Like when I turned 13, she was like, you need to get a job. And I was
Really?
like, I think legally you couldn't until you were 14, really. So like some places could hire you at 14, but most of them wanted you to be 16. And she kind of didn't believe me, but that's how it
Yeah.
rolled. I finally was able to get hired at Suncoast at 15.
Okay.
Pretty sure I was 15 when I started there. And that was, it was hard to get a job if you weren't 16. She was like, I don't know about that. And I'm like, yeah, right, I'm lying, but
my first job was at IHOP. Do you remember that? I was working at IHOP as a hostess.
Yes, I do remember that actually. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and then I was also like ringing people up or out as a cashier. And I totally lied on that application and said I was a year older than what I was. And, they gave me a chance and everything. And, I was doing really good. I really did like my little job at IHOP. But it was one morning I was supposed to be to work. And again, being a teenager, and I was like, I don't want to go. And I'm telling my mom, like, I don't want to go to work today. Like, I don't want to do it. And then I think she actually had a conversation with the supervisor. Her name was Bobby, and was like, she's young, and it's just the fact she doesn't get it yet, and she will figure it out later on in life. So I kind of actually quit, kind of got fired. I don't know, whatever way we want to look at it. I just didn't go back. So I hopped to work, but I did like my little hostess job there. I did like it. I had fun, and I had free cookies, and plus meal was free. I had free lunch. So
you know what I was remembering the other day? And this place is kind of, and it was out of our price range, but we went there anyway. Do you remember the Sweet Factory?
Yes.
Yeah, and we would go there. I remember we would go there before the movies sometimes. But we would never spend a lot of money. We would just get like a little bit. Like we'd get just like a couple of our favorite things. Like I remember for me, it was those little those grapefruit wedges.
Mm-hmm.
Not the bright ones, but like the really pale.
The pale
like,
colored ones.
Sour, like they were triangles. They were like they were like the size of like a tortilla chip. And I was really into those. And sometimes I remember I get like the orange or raspberry filled dark chocolate jellies.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Do you remember
definitely a truffle person too?
Yeah, I don't know if they have truffles. I mean,
no,
they
but I
just
know that was your thing too, truffles, and we'd get those at CHEEZ.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, CHEEZ candy. See, we have Walking Fuss out here.
What did you like to get at the Sweet Factory?
I think at the the Sweet Factory for me, I think we're always either a little bit of the Raisinets, like the chocolate covered Raisinets. I did like those, and I liked the gummies, like any gummy, like the gummy bear of something gummy. I needed.
Did you like Peachio and Appelos?
I think for me it was just more so just my little basics. Just those little things. I didn't have to buy like a big one of it. But it was more the gummies though. I always remember getting the gummies.
You know what I really miss is like I think I don't know if it's still around or not, but it's kind of, even if it is, it's different. Is like Spencer's, like the Spencer's in the 80s and early 90s. And that was like the naughty place to go. Like that was, they probably shouldn't have even let children in there. I remember there was a lot of stuff that would say you must be 18 or older to buy it. But even just being there to look at it felt like we love going in there. They would have like all kind of adult gifts that were like
adult novelty gifts too at that.
Fart jokes, and then year round they would have like masks. you remember that? They had like a wall, I think it was like behind the register even, of masks, even when it wasn't clean. They just always had like president's masks, like
Yeah.
villain masks. It was just like a cool place all year round.
The
It got different
shirts,
time. Yeah, shirts and greeting
posters,
cards.
blacklight posters.
And it was a place to, yes, and like a place to get like edgy greeting cards. Like if you want to buy somebody like an edgy birthday card with like a,
It's not
like
the same.
yeah, it was fun.
It was fun, and it was fun
Yeah, we
because it
love
was
those posters. Oh, posters.
the posters, man. Especially you with your posters from movies. Your
I
movie,
love,
your Gone with the Wind poster.
I think I still have it. Yeah.
I'm sure you do.
I somewhere rolled up.
You had mega like, and we're not talking like little poster, like a whole thing to fit a damn door. Like it was that big posters.
Well, see, that was the problem with working at Suncoast is they didn't just have the movie, they had all the merch.
Yeah,
So, like,
they
do you remember
did.
the back of the store? It was like all like posters. So you get the employee discount. You spend in your paycheck like a dumbass on all the stuff.
Right. And then you're with your $4.90 an hour.
And I was working like 15 to 20 hours. So it didn't add up very quick.
Like I said, my first real job was IHOP. And then I had that babysitting job where they would come and pick me up from school. And they would take me over to their house, and then the dad would drop me off at home. And then that was pretty much that. Because at high school, at Mariner, at the Career Center in the library, they would have like listings for people that were looking for like sitters or just advertising different little side part-time jobs and stuff. And I remember at one time my mom was having my brother Trent go to another neighbor's house that was watching him only on like certain days, because I was like, look, it's not fair. I have to keep coming home every freaking day, every day after school, on time after school. It's like I can't even go anywhere. Like I don't understand. So it was hard, man. But that didn't last too long either, with the babysitting and everything like that. So moving forward, I was like, I already got somebody to babysit. But at the fact of the mall, the mall got me in trouble one year. You wasn't here. And I was with some other people from school, and I just should not have been there. And it just went really downhill fast. And we were supposed to go and watch a movie, me and two other people I went to school with, and we never ended up in the movie. We went to the movie, but we didn't stay in the movie. We got called out of the movie by one of the people that were, do you remember that hotel that sat up on the hill back away from the mall?
I don't know.
So like right at across the lot, like when you come out one of the doors from the Bond, which you could actually look at the food court door.
Yeah.
Up above the hill, there was like this like hotel. It was very hotel, sleazy hotel. Yeah, and that's where we got called out and called up there. So I never finished the movie or anything, but I was like my worst experience going to the mall, where I should have stayed in the mall, but I didn't stay in the mall. But yeah, other than that, the mall was, that's where it was at. You didn't have to have a lot of money. You could find things that you could get into. They hosted stuff for us to get into, especially for teens. They had fashion shows. they actually, it was a place you would want to go also and get started, or in the middle of being out trick-or-treating, you could go to the mall and you knew they were going to give you candy in the mall at the stores.
Yeah, I
It's
remember going to the mall as a kid for the trick-or-treating, and it was so popular that I actually remember it was like some of my first memories of being triggered by a crowd. Like, I really do not like crowds now. And I remember it being so massive that you couldn't even move. Like, that's how many people were at the mall to trick or treat.
Yep.
And then later on, when I was working at Suncoast, I was there, like, working at
Mm-hmm.
Halloween. And I remember, like, feeling so safe inside the store
Right.
that I didn't have to go out into the hallway where all the people were. But I remember I got to give things out, which was interesting, like different.
Yeah,
I had
yeah.
there, and now I was like, as like 16, I'm like, we're just like giving out random shit from the back room that like nobody wants.
Mm-hmm.
Magnets,
Mm-hmm.
whatever. Like,
Here you
I
go. Here's a button. It's a button. I don't know this movie, ma'am. I know. Just go home and go to the Blockbuster.
the mall
So,
used to be so many things used to happen at the mall, like runway shows, like you were saying. Like there would actually be fashion shows where people, there would be like a crowd to watch, or like
mm-hmm.
B-list celebrities. Like there'd be like movie things, like signings, like kind of like meet and greet type of things would happen.
Yeah. Yep.
I mean, I
Even down
there was
to
a couple,
books.
yeah, there was a couple of times we would go to like a mall, like a couple hours away,
Mm-hmm.
like an hour or two away, just to see something that was going to be at that mall that day.
Right. Yeah. Because we traveled to Alderwood Mall, which was a little further out. It wasn't our go-to mall, but we would go there every now and again. Alderwood Mall, to me, for whatever reason, made me feel like I was definitely somewhere else. I was on a different, I was on a
Yeah.
bougie side of town. You know what I mean?
Yeah, what I liked about it is I didn't feel like I was going to run into kids from school so much. Like at Everett,
Yeah.
you pretty much knew you're going to see somebody you knew. And I didn't
Right.
always like, because like we weren't like the popular kids. Like you were very social, like you knew everybody, people liked you for the most part, but like we weren't like the popular kids. So it's like sometimes it's just fun to go somewhere where you don't know anybody.
Yeah. Not like
'Cause
Cheers, where everybody knows your name and I'm going to see
yeah,
you tomorrow at school. Yeah.
yeah.
No, let's not do this. Let's talk in third period tomorrow when we come back to school. But exactly, they had different stuff at Alderwood. I remember Mrs. Fields cookies were out in Alderwood.
Mm.
We didn't have a Mrs. Fields in Everett Mall. It was just like I said, it was a different vibe. I felt like the stores were a little bit more like little different upscaley, and just a different type of pocketbook that could go to Alderwood Mall. It just sounds rich. Alderwood Mall, like going to Alderwood. Where's Alderwood? Is that by Pugwood? No, it's not by Pugwood. It's Alderwood.
I feel like Everett was never even fully full. Like remember there was like that offshoot off of the food court where there was always like a few empty stores. It was that there was like that was where the Christian store was. It was like the candle store and the Christian.
Was it down this way or by
I don't.
Claire's? Or?
It was like when you're standing in the food court, it was like off to the left, and like I just remember there was always empty stores down there.
Yeah, it's like the stores that didn't make it.
Yeah, and there was like a store called The Christian Store, and it was literally just Christian merchandise, and it was huge. And there was a candle store that just fucking reeks like candles. And
yes, you know what else was down that fucking hallway? The survey people, the people that had a secret fucking room to take you to. You didn't know where you were going. I mean, you were stuck there like a fucking captive prisoner, and you're like, I just want to go back out there. Like, I don't understand. How did we get all the way back? Why am I watching a movie okay, what's happening? You asked me 3 questions in the mall and you lured me in to this room.
Yeah, you learn over time to just say no to that stuff. But we've all, like, a lot of us have made the mistake of saying yes at least once.
Yeah.
And it's always regrettable. It's always like, oh, it's not going to take that much time. And it's always like some free gift of some
Which is
sort.
shit you don't want. The free gift, it's a pen.
Yeah. Or like a
Yeah.
gift certificate for, it was like a gift certificate for buy one, get one meal somewhere. Like
Yes,
whatever.
exactly. Like how they used to get those McDonald's certificates.
Yeah, and then next thing you know, like you said, you're in some weird room, down some fucking weird hall, and you're like,
Down a weird hall.
I'm in the hall right now, in a room, but what is this? There's no windows.
No. Like, it's like the part of the principal's office you didn't know they had. And you're like, oh, this is this is a different section. I've been in the front part. You guys have done something different back here. You've extended. Okay, this is an extension. You've done some renovations. Yeah, it was always, and then it was just like, and then you were doing like a whole survey, filling out shit for like over an hour. And you're just like, damn, man. I did not want to come back here. Yeah, it was terrible. It's so terrible. And I haven't been to a mall, Amanda, in so long as an adult.
Yeah, I wouldn't have the temperament for it now, but like in that time and place, you know, in that beautiful economy of the late 80s, early 90s, where we had no idea at the time, you know, but
None, man.
that was why the mall is so successful, is because of just, we were all kind of doing fine. We didn't realize it at the time.
Look at this shit again. Look at this picture. And we're standing here. Oh wait. I want to do
So
that one.
I was looking, Batman came out in 89, so it must have been roundabouts then.
Yeah. Right.
That we're standing next to, like, Batman standee in the Everett Mall next to the Payless. You could see the Payless in the back.
Yeah. And the caramel corn is like to your right. Man,
yes.
Look at where were we going, dude? Who took this picture?
There must have been 50 different flavors of caramel corn. Okay, so the thing with Kelly, this picture was actually a setup in the mall where they were charging for Polaroids next to the Batman. I think we paid like we paid $1 or $2 for this. Like it's like the roller coaster picture or something. No, we did not have a friend take that. We didn't know anybody with a Polaroid. Right? Like, that was like a whole thing.
And we're posing at our best.
It's so stupid.
Wait, didn't we keep saying I'm Batman? I'm Batman.
Yep.
Oh, I can't breathe. Okay. Yeah. I just, I'm glad you jogged my memory there for a minute, because I kept, since you've sent that to me, not just recently, but when you sent me all the other pictures, and I don't know, for whatever reason, my brain is like, don't you have a question about that one? Like, yes, I do. Who took this picture? Like, what?
Yeah, you're like, wait, hold on. The question here is,
yeah, who is walking around with a Polaroid with a necklace band and it's just hanging on their neck, and they're like, I got you. I'll take you pic. And it goes to show too, before camera phones and all of that shit, man, like we're paying $1 and somebody take that picture.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's a whole different thing. It's just a whole different thing.
Yeah, it really is. And this is exactly what shaped to build more of our friendship and just growing as kids, like, young preteens. I'm teen, you're teen, and everything. Like, we've been through all of it, like just the buildup of growing up in Everett, the apartment complex, the school, the bus rides. Yeah, man. It's been something. And so when
Do
you
you
be
recognize
sitting,
this? Do you recognize this? Wait, I'm trying to get it on
I'm
camera.
like, oh no, 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 my God,
It's
no
kind of worse
way.
for the wear. You can see she's a little chipped. This
Oh
Kelly got
my,
this at the Everett Mall for me. Look at this giant keychain thing. It's
oh my God.
and this I got this in the claw machine, the dice.
Okay.
And then the LA Gear, remember these would come with the shoes?
Oh yes, yes, yes. Oh my God, yes.
I got the Keds. Oh, there we go.
Oh, I see that. Yo, wow. But that smiley face keychain, man.
Yeah, there's the back and
Oh my God, it's
like
plastic
up
back,
the
right?
plastic all old.
Wow. Wow. I'm done. I'm done.
Oh, and
I'm 46 years old today, and you still have that fucking keychain, and I am like, oh my God, what you got? Let me see it.
I brought a friendship bracelet today for the
Oh
80s.
shit!
It's OG.
Is that one you made?
Yeah, from back in the day.
Yes, that's why I'm like, nah, I know that pattern. Yeah, that's definitely OG, OG. Yo, I feel like I didn't come prepared. Well, I
And I
got
tried
this color
I tried
shirt.
to hairdo without using hairspray.
You was doing a whole Beavis and Butthead thing over there.
Oh, and then this is I'm gonna try to do a themed necklace every day. So today,
Okay,
let me see. Can you see it?
I can see that. Yes, that's you. That's
Yeah.
you. That's you.
Yeah, I made it from a picture of me from the 80s. Well, it might have been 1990. I don't know.
Yeah,
1990.
that's the modeling pictures when your uncle was doing your photography.
Oh, this one. Well, yeah, around the same time. This wasn't taken
Oh,
by my uncle. But
okay.
yeah. When I
That's
was
so
like,
cute.
when I was trying to be a wannabe little Cindy Crawford from like age 11 to 14.
Yeah, I was in that time frame. Yeah. Because you wouldn't your whole eating everything changed, and I was like, so okay, I guess me and Amy are gonna go make these cookies, and you're not gonna eat any. That's what we're gonna do. We're going in the kitchen.
Well, I would have some, but yeah.
Yeah, but it wasn't a lot.
Yeah,
Wasn't a lot.
it was no like eating disorder situation. It was just
No, it
like,
was
yeah,
not. No,
I was
you
getting
was
very
not crazy.
serious about it. I was very serious about it for a
You
minute.
were.
What do you
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 were.
go through phases. You do your phases.
You were very serious, and you were very dedicated, especially with your Jane Fonda workout videos.
Oh my God. I
Oh my
still
God.
have. I wish I could still do them. Although my feet are getting better.
Mm-hmm.
That's the main reason I had to stop doing them. I was doing them up until probably like 2014.
Okay.
Can you believe
I
that?
have
I
one
was
with
still.
Rachel Hunter.
Oh yeah, I remember those. But I totally
Mhm.
still have my Jane Fondas on VHS. I have like 3 of them, and I love them so much. They're so funny. Laurel Sue, Jeannie. Remember Jeannie and Laurel Sue?
I do remember Jeannie and Laurel Sue. Yes. They were
Yeah,
her right-hand mans.
but I would still do those if I could, for sure.
I'm
They're
gonna try
solid.
to go on YouTube and see if I can find that on there.
Oh, I
as
don't
a
know.
workout. I'm gonna look because they got my other girl that I do her workouts. She's on there, so I'm like, they gotta have Jane. Some of
It
her
would be
vintage.
smart. It would be smart of her to have a YouTube channel and make money off those. I have
She's
never
done
looked.
so much. Good God.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
solid. It's solid. It's not trendy. Like she did a lot of research for all those moves. Like she incorporated like aerobics with, Kalinetics with dance from around the
Mm-hmm.
world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna
It's
look it up. I'm gonna see what I can find. Definitely. Definitely. But yeah, but we wanted to just, take a little trip down memory lane and go to where all the cool kids used to go, the kids in America. We'd hang out at the mall, man. We'd hang out at the mall. And that's where it was. The movies was there, your friends were there. You could just walk around and look at stuff and just go for the window shopping and the scenery and the atmosphere, maybe grab a slice of pizza or a Cinnabon on your way out the door, caramel corn. It's just like I
pretzel.
can smell it. And you know what was sad is watching what Miss Cupcake sent me to, God dag it, last night. A freaking lady that did a whole little a presentation of what what we're losing as far as the mall. It's pretty much a wrap.
Well, they shut down the food court. All the big stores have been going out of business one at a time and turning to other stuff. So one of them became Floor and Decor,
Mm-hmm.
which is actually a cool like home design store, like with tile and stuff. It's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Just a whole different vibe, like Trader Joe's moved in to the Sears, I think.
Mm-hmm.
And then, yeah, what just happened a couple months ago, all the food court area closed down and all the center of the mall, and they're gonna remove the roof and they're gonna open it up. It's gonna be an open air. That's like the new future of mall kind of thing. Like,
I loved our
yeah,
roof. I
they're
love.
transferring. Yeah, it's not dying, but it is completely transforming.
Yeah.
The mall we knew is definitely gone.
Yeah, it is. It really is. And just the fact I remember walking across that lot to get to that other movie theater with the other movies that were over there at the cinema. And just when she was going around with that video, and it's just like I walked through that door so many times, that long hallway to bend that left corner, and there's the caramel corn and Payless Drug, and there's Mervin's to your right, and keep going straight. And it just was like, wow, it was like when I looked at it, I could see me. Like I was visualizing like a flashback of just me in there at the younger age, walking those halls and going down the hall and coming out the door, and just crazy shit, man. That just shows how much you really don't like where you live. I give anything to see that goddamn mall closed right now.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to see your landmarks change. You want to think that these markers that you remember are going to stay there.
Yeah.
And I wonder if humans are even built to deal with that, Like,
yeah, the more I get older.
Things didn't change like that very often, I'm sure. And now we deal with it all the time.
Yeah, or probably it didn't. We never paid it any mind because we didn't have to. And
Well,
being
I mean, like thousands of years ago, when it's like, not much has
oh,
happened except for like that dinosaur just walked by and like,
right. You're like, oh shit.
Yeah, like I wonder how much humans are really to have to deal with this much change all the time.
Yeah, especially the times we're living in. You don't even know what fucking time it is or what day, what month. Are we still in 2025 or we've aged like 4 years in the last fucking 10 months? Like I don't know.
That's really what makes all of it hard to let go of, and when you experience change. You want to see something stay the same.
Yeah. Yeah, it's hard to let go of what you know and what's comfortable and what's been comfortable, but I guess that's the cost of growing and evolving, and yeah, change is very hard no matter which way you look at it in any type of aspect of life. But we all have to embrace it at some point. But these Thundercats today, they know nothing about it. They don't know anything about what good living was all about, man. And it started at the fucking mall. So, with that being said, I hope you all enjoyed our flashback to the mall and the vibes. Yeah, if you were a mall rat or you remembered some good times about you going to the mall and being with your friends and hanging out and going there and being at the arcade, leave us a little comment, please. We'd love to hear it. We'd love to see it. We'd love to read it. We will comment back with you. Of course, we're not going to leave you just hanging, up high, down low, too slow, Joe. We're going to make sure we hit you back on the backhand side and we reply to your comments because we want to. But other than that, whenever you see this, morning, afternoon, nighttime, make sure you like it, subscribe to the channel, comment. We'd love when you do it, and follow us here on YouTube. Amanda, did you want to add anything else? Want to say anything else to the people of America?
Oh, just that I hate that song. That's why I didn't sing it with you.
Okay.
But you know what? I know it's fucking popular because did you know that song's been covered over 100 times?
I could only imagine. And I know I've heard it several times.
I
Even
think
in Clueless.
it's the most covered song. Like, so yeah, as popular as hell.
See, that's why I didn't want to add you in, but I don't know if you heard it while it was playing before I put you on stage when I brought you into here. Did you hear it when it was playing?
Uh-huh.
Oh, you did hear it. Oh, okay. I was trying to I thought I did something special where I was like, okay, maybe it won't be in her head if I don't take her. I put her in here and out and
yeah, that's why. That's the thing. It's one of those worm songs. It gets the RFK worm in the brain, and then
not the RFK worm. The kids of America playing against America. I think my brain is working. Actually, it's working better. Actually, my speech is clearing up, and I can talk like a regular person again. Just because of Kids in America song that helped. I should send it to him.
Oh my God, Kelly, do you remember that Salem show? That just made me think of that Salem show with those badass witches. Do you remember that? It made me think like, yeah, it made me think that RFK is gonna cough up like some nasty toad that some witch put down his throat. He's like,
he probably ate one and forgot he just didn't chew it completely and it never really fully digested. That's why it's just probably sitting right there. It's right there. It's stuck.
All I'm saying is it's something supernatural.
Amanda, it's in the upside down. That's the problem.
Somebody needs to shake him upside down and get whatever's in his throat to fucking jump on out.
Well, I'm gonna sign off for the night or the day. So I'm gonna leave and we're gonna head bang out. Yeah. Every time you keep doing that, you know what it's making me hear in my head? So you think you can stop me and spit in my eye? It's giving me me Wayne's World, definitely in the car.
Yep.
Oh. All right. Well, we'll be back next week with you guys. We got a special Halloween Halloween edition that we're going to cover. Should we tell them or we not tell them? Do we not tell them? We tell them? Do we tease it? Do we not tease it? Should we say anything? We not say anything?
No. Make them wait.
No. We're not going to tell you. You just got to come back. And come back and join us next week with a special episode. And we will definitely make sure we drop information to let you know as to tease it, that it is coming so that you will know when to join us back here. Okay? Okay. All right, my little muffin friends. Well, I'm Kay Renee. That's Amanda A. And I think we already said what we had to say. So we're out. Peace. You got anything to add? Nah, man. She's good. All right, guys. Bye.